Welcome to the live stream.
I'm Debbie.
And I'm Michelle.
On this episode of MahjCon BackStage, we will provide updates and answer your questions. We'd love to know where you're watching from.
I see Maya, Marcia, Michelle. Barney's here. Barney, I just saw you, Barney, on Modern Mah Jongg, the show and tell. That was fun watching all those tiles. Hi,
Hey,
Laura.
Michelle from Philadelphia.
Hi, Reva. Irene is here.
Hey, Tina.
I see Tina.
Yeah.
Hi, Janice. Welcome. This is our MahjCon BackStage episode.
Hey, Marcia. Are you already?
Donna's here.
Yep.
How you doing, Donna? Nice to have you here.
Hey, Shell. Hi, Jane. Oh, Zeisel. I think is that the? I want to make sure I say that correctly.
What was it?
Zeisel is here from Santa Cruz.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Welcome.
We've got Randy from Florida.
Hi, Randy.
Hope I'm not missing anybody. Reva from New York City.
We have really good connectivity. I think everyone can hear us. Can you all hear us okay?
Oh, my sister has joined us. Hi, Ann.
Hi, Ann. Nice to meet you.
This is Michelle, my partner.
Hello.
Hey, Jane. Wow. We got a lot. Oh, Shelly from Fort Lauderdale. And
Very
Katie.
nice.
Hi, Katie. How are you doing?
I'm looking forward to seeing the stats of where people are from.
Yeah.
It's nice to see that you're including your location in chat. We enjoy seeing that everyone's coming from around the nation. That's fantastic because we hope to be visiting your area in the near future, which is something that we're going to be talking about tonight.
Hey, Tony. Hi, Tony. Nice to see you again, of course, as always. It's so great to know a lot of these names through Facebook already and be familiar and have had some relationship. It's so cool to see everybody.
Yeah, I was reading a quote that somebody had said that there's not a word yet for people who have known each other for years but just met and are friends.
Oh.
That's what we have in the virtual world. We know each other virtually, but we've never actually met in person. There's not a word for that yet.
Yeah, virtual. We need to coin it.
So I'm going to be monitoring chat tonight. If you have questions along the way as we share about updates, please write them in caps. And that way I can make note of them and we can cover them after we get through the updates. And we'll do kind of an FAQ and open up questions to the viewers. And then we'll try to answer your questions as best we can. We are in development mode, so be patient with us as we build this brand new business.
Exactly. Oh, who else is here? Karen from
Karen's from Hawaii, the Big Island.
Yeah. Wow.
That's fantastic. Dara and Donna are both with us.
And Karen.
Really nice to have you all here.
Oh, Malice, the terrace. I need to create the word. Oh, for the virtual friendships that.
Oh, yeah. We can brainstorm it.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, let's get started. I want to start by sharing about the idea of MahjCon and where it all came from. I've actually been thinking about it for a couple of years, and I think it came to my mind because I went to Dragon Con a couple years ago. I've been to MomoCon, and I've been to Anime Weekend Atlanta. So those are all conferences. They were all to help me reach people in the Japanese Riichi community. All those people played the manga, the Japanese manga and anime. So I was going to those conventions to share about Riichi Mahjong. So with that, I thought, wouldn't it be cool to have a conference for Mahjong players? Not just Mahjong players, though. I'll share about that in a minute. So I kind of, have been taking notes along the way about it. And then Debbie and I started working together. And when I shared the idea with her, she got really excited about it too. And that's when we started actually working on it as a business. And we called it MahjCon, and we've started building it out and documenting our vision for it. And we have the website is outlined. We have the first program outlined. We have all of our revenue streams laid out. And so we're building on it. We have a little bit of the website outlined as well. We hope to go live with a website in January. So that's kind of where we're at as far as the origins of MahjCon and then the development phase that we're at. But I want to share with you also a little bit about the ticketing. I don't want to go into too much detail, but we are going to have special ticketing for a number of reasons. Number one, we know that there are some people who are not going to be able to go to live events. So we will have live stream ticketing and replay ticketing. And of course, we have a lot to learn yet about the technology in the industry. So it's going to take us a little while to iron out the details on how that's going to happen. But we do want to have both live stream ticketing and replay ticketing. And then, of course, after we were doing all this planning, COVID happened. So we're also going to include a backup plan for virtual event if there are still concerns about COVID. So we will have a virtual backup plan just in case. And then we're also going to have memberships available so people can help to support MahjCon financially if they're in a position to do that. And we'll have details about those later. The memberships will come with perks. And hopefully we'll be able to share some of that information in November or December. Also, I wanted to share a little bit about our growth plan there. Now, at each of these events, whether they're virtual or live, we want to have sponsors and exhibitors. So if you are in business in the Mah Jongg niche, we'll have opportunities for you to reach out to us and participate at our events as either sponsors or exhibitors, because we want to bring the attendees and the business owners together in one place. It's kind of a win-win-win, triple win. So we also have a vision for different tracks at our events. So we're going to start out, well, Debbie will share about that. I'm going to have her share about that. But eventually we're going to have additional tracks for tournament directors, group leaders, collectors, and authors. So really every aspect of any Mahjong fanatic will be covered, and we'll have information and tracks and activities at our events for all those areas of interest. So the other interesting thing that we are building into our plan is that we're going to travel. The show, it's going to be on the road. So the first year, Debbie will be sharing about. For year 2, we're planning to go to the West Coast. Year 3, we're planning to go Central America. And then year 4 will be the Upper East Coast. And then year 5, we have envisioned a cruise. So those are some of the things that you can look forward to. If you have any questions about any of those concepts, please write them in the comment section below. We are open to any ideas that you might have, because this is being created for you, Mahjong enthusiasts.
Well, let's get to the updates, Michelle.
All right, let us have the updates.
Yeah, so as Michelle mentioned, we are in the process of building our website, and we're very excited about it. It's, I'd say about 50% there, but it is in the process. And we're hoping that it's just going to be packed full of good stuff for all of you guys. We also have launched our YouTube channel, and we will host live streams on the second Thursday between now and the end of this year. The second Thursday of every month between now and the end of the year. We're in the process of planning our inaugural event, which is planned to take place in Central Florida in October of 2021. The first event will include tracks for players and instructors. Now, we are very aware of COVID-19, so we are going to be closely monitoring CDC guidelines. Yeah. And in the event, we can't have an in-person first event. We will have a plan for a virtual event and virtual ticketing, as Michelle alluded to previously. Well, that's our first list of updates. So if you have any questions, now is the time.
Yep, we actually have a question right now from Karen. She wanted confirmation about Central America. I mean, Central United States of America. This MahjCon is focused on American Mahjong, the game, and enthusiasts. So it's all about America. Someone had asked me once if MahjCon will include Asian versions, and right now we are not planning on that. We may have in the very far future opportunities to go into other versions perhaps, but we really want to start focusing on American Mahjong and really focus on revitalizing that fad that was so popular in the 20s. I mean, it's already popular. It's being played all over the United States.
Absolutely.
And it's kind of pocketed though, I think, and we would like to see it be rampant again.
Yeah, I see Tina has asked, Tina of Mah's Helping Hands wants to know if there will be perks for investors. And yes, there will be sponsorships and different levels of sponsorships and perks that go along with that.
We are planning to have streaming tickets, replay tickets, and those will be at discounted pricing as well. So the general admission will just be where people will get in and be able to attend all the whatever tracks they're interested in. And we'll talk about tracks. I know somebody did have a question about tracks. So I see your question there, Barney. So the two membership tiers that we currently have planned are what we're calling a supporter and a benefactor. And they will each have levels of perks. So one will have, the supporter will have kind of a fast pass. If you think about theme parks, they'll get front row seating and things like that. They'll also have discounted pricing for the ticket. And then they'll have invitations to exclusive social events. They'll be acknowledged in our marketing, the brochures and such. Oh, I see, second row seating at any session. The benefactors is the higher tier, and they will have an early pass. Well, they'll be able to come into the event early. They will have a higher discounted ticketing. They will also have invitations to special events and invitations to our annual summit, where we do a recap of the event and we talk about the next event, or we go into planning the next event. So they will have an invitation to annual summits to help us with decision making. Also, they will be acknowledged in the conference program, and they'll also have a special attendee badge, and they'll get front row seating. So those are some of the perks for both the supporter and the benefactor. And what they're going to be doing is paying annual dues. And that way we will have, well, it'll probably be monthly dues so that we have recurring revenue. And that way it'll help keep the business sustainable, because this is going to be a business. We're going to need to make it profitable so that we can do it year after year and take it across the nation. We don't want to just have it in one place, like Anime Weekend Atlanta. We don't want everyone to have to come to Florida every year. We want to take it across the nation so that we can be with you locally. So let's say, for example, you live in the Pacific Northwest. You can plan on year 2, us being up in that area, and travel won't be as expensive for you for that year. So you can kind of plan your traveling in that way, and your attendance perhaps. You can kind of plan it and say, well, maybe I can't go this year or the first year because it's all the way in Florida, but I can surely go to the one in the second year, which is going to be in the Pacific Northwest because it's closer to home. So that's our vision. We want to make it available for people to attend locally. So that's our plan for both where we're going to hold it and the types of tickets that we're going to have available. So Debbie, Barney had asked about tracks. What are tracks? Do you want me to talk about that, or do you want to share about tracks?
Sure. You can talk about it, but I just wanted to also make sure Katie heard that we were going to be planning our first event in Central Florida. She said she coughed when we said that little bit, and she's got her little cute faces there. So yeah. I want to make sure it is in Central Florida.
Yep, Central Florida. And incidentally, right now, Florida has lifted a lot of the restrictions because things are getting a little better there with COVID. So we are very, very sensitive to what is happening, and we will not be doing an in-person event if there's any danger. Right. We will be going virtual if we need to, but the show will go on. All right, so with the tracks, when you go to a conference, sometimes a conference, depending on how long it is, like if it's a 1-day or a 3-day, they will have many speakers who are subject matter experts. And those subject matter experts will have different topics that they're going to share for attendees who are interested in that topic. Those are the tracks. So we will have a player track. Those are going to be players, just people who want to play the game and improve their game. Even beginners will want to attend our events, we're hoping. So any skill level will be welcome. So we will have breakout sessions for players. That will be the player track. We will have a track for instructors, people who teach the game. So we'll have subject matter experts who will share different talking points in the breakout sessions for instructors. Those are going to be the first 2 tracks that we're going to roll out with in our inaugural event in October next year. So player track and instructor track. In year 2, we're going to roll out additional tracks. So the other tracks that we're going to have will be for group leaders. These will be for people who want to run meetups or run activities at local recreation centers or parks and recs, things like that. So we'll have a track for group leaders. Basically, it'll be things like how to create a club charter, how to charge for membership, how to handle interpersonal relationships, troubleshooting event logistics, and things like that. And then we'll have a tournament director track. So this will be for people who want to run tournaments. And it'll be kind of tournament 101, tournaments 101, how to start a tournament business, how to run a tournament, how to price your admission, and how to set up prices, how to find prices, how to find investors for your events, and things like that. We're also envisioning that we'll have a track for collectors. So we're hoping to have subject matter experts join us for the collector track. Debbie and I do have a little bit of a collection each, but we certainly are not subject matter experts. So we hope to appeal to the community and have speakers come in, and we plan to have a budget to pay for speakers at our events. We also will have tracks for authors. Now, this is probably going to be in the growth stage. So there are many books lately that have come out. I don't know if you've noticed. Debbie herself has released a book this year on Mah Jongg, and Greg Swain released a book. So we hope to have an author track if anybody. Oh, and Fern Bernstein wrote a book too, a memoir. So hopefully these people who have written books will be able to share their wealth of knowledge for people who enjoy writing and maybe want to join that particular niche in the Mah Jongg community. So those are the tracks primarily that we're planning on: player, instructor, group leader, tournament director, collector, and author. 6 tracks.
Yeah.
This is going to be huge. We are planning, we're dreaming big. Let me put it that way.
Exactly. And somebody, let me see, I hope I can pronounce this right. Maya Satara?
Maya. Just call her Maya.
Oh, Maya. I like that a lot better. She wants to know if attendees are limited to one track or can one overlap. And that is something that we have discussed because, the bigger conferences that we're envisioning in the future, we might have a lot of tracks. And so you will definitely have a choice. You won't have to pick one. Maybe you'll even be able to attend several of them, depending on how long they are and how involved. So,
and the first event that we're going to do is probably going to be a 1-day. So we're only going to do 2 tracks. The bigger events, the second year, for example, we're going to have a 3-day. And those are going to have multiple tracks,
right.
And the information or the information presented will replicate. There'll be duplicates so that you can, for example, go to a player session and then you'll see that maybe there are 2 different topics or 2 breakout sessions in the collector track that are repeated. So you can go to both the player track for one session and then hop over to the collector track for that duplicate repeat session. Right. So we have a plan for making sure that people will be able to learn different things for their areas of interest. What we're hoping to do is help people broaden their interests in Mah Jongg because, as you know, it's more than just a game. It's more than just about playing. So that's what led us to creating all these tracks. All right, so it looks like, I want to just say real quick, somebody's saying that when Google sees MahjCon, they want to autocorrect to Mah Jongg. It's going to take us a while to build our brand and get some awareness from YouTube, but eventually MahjCon will be recognized. The more it is searched, the more it will be found. So we are planning to do a lot of marketing, both in social media and through YouTube. It's just going to take a little bit of time. It'll be kind of an organic growth. So be patient with that, if you will. Let's see. Someone, Tina said it sounds great and exciting. Yes, it's going to be fantastic. Okay, Marcia said, will you provide after event recordings for those of us who cannot attend due to COVID? Yes, we will. And also, some people are not able to travel, and that's why we're going to have streaming tickets.
Yeah, and that's why Deanne Garcia has asked that exact question, so we can address both of them now. Perfect.
Yep. So we're calling it a streaming ticket, and then we'll also have what's called a replay ticket.
Yes.
Which hopefully we'll be able to film each of the breakout sessions and the keynotes, and we'll edit those and have them available on YouTube or in some platform where people who have purchased tickets will have access to the replay versions of the event. So whether you're there or not, you can buy a replay ticket and still get the content.
Yeah. Now, Marcia has asked, will there be a time during the event for shopping and a meet and greet so that everybody can meet each other? And yes, absolutely. There will be shopping time. We have kind of a vision of how we're going to have exhibitors set up in year 2. Possibly, once somebody's done with a track or they're going from track to track, they'll be able to take the opportunity to do some shopping. And we also will be having a meet and greet social event. So that's a perfect question. And I think that's on evening 1, right, of day 1.
Yeah, evening 1 will be a social kind of a cocktail party.
Yeah.
And then I forgot to mention that on our 3-day events, which hopefully will be year 2, we will have a mini tournament the night of day 2, just a mini tournament. Mm-hmm. And it'll just be probably a 4-hour tournament after the event for those who have the energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it'll be a long day. We're going to have multiple tracks at that time. So there will be a mini tournament that night for those who have the energy and the desire to play competitively. And we hope to also have areas in whatever venue we choose. We're going to be looking for space for social gaming. So you'll be able to play also. Now we're going to have to rely on games brought by local attendees in those cases. So we'll have to see how that goes. Maybe we'll invest in some Mah Jongg card decks and play with cards. If there are no local sets, we can have a backup plan to play with decks of cards, Mah Jongg cards. I think the league sells them. So we'll look into that.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll work it out somehow.
Yeah.
Sharon, I agree. I hope someday we can all meet in person. That is the goal.
Yep. I see that Amelia has asked about being in Arizona. We're looking at 2 locations on year 3 for central US, and we're looking at either, I believe it was going to be Texas or Colorado, but also on the list is Arizona. Mm-hmm. So we are looking at those 3 states, and we'll have to wait and see. There is a large community of players in Texas, and so that's why that one is on the list. We know that there are a lot of players in Arizona as well, and Colorado's on the list because it's smack dab in the middle of the country. So it's central. A lot of people can get to Colorado from surrounding states. So if you have ideas of where you would like to see MahjCon, tell us in chat, and also go to our Facebook group and follow us there, because we can carry on the conversation at Facebook, and we're looking for input from the community, because this event, the services that we're offering through MahjCon, they're for you. Yes. This is for the community. It's designed for American Mahjong enthusiasts. You know, there are all kinds of tournaments and worldwide events for Asian version players. We need that for American Mahjong. And that's why we created MahjCon. Yes. We want to elevate American Mahjong, and we want to bring it to heights where it gets the due respect.
Exactly. And it is about the community. And
it is. It's very much about the community.
Yes.
Jingles says
New Jersey.
From New Jersey. New Jersey is on the list for the Upper East Coast. We have thought about New York, but we're not sure if our budget will be able to afford that. So somebody had mentioned Boston. Somebody also, I think, had mentioned Connecticut. And I also think somebody had mentioned, did someone mention Pennsylvania? Was it Pennsylvania?
Yeah, Pennsylvania was one of the.
And New Jersey now is on the list. Providence, cheaper. Providence, Rhode Island. Okay, so this is the kind of information that we're looking for. Please, in chat and on Facebook, let us know where you would like to see a MahjCon event, and we'll take note, and we'll do some demographic research so that we're sure to host events where there are large pockets of American Mahjong players, because we want to come to where you are. And I know that we're not going to be able to be everywhere every year. It's just not going to be possible in the beginning. We have a 5-year plan, and then we're going to regroup and decide the next 5 years thereafter. We may go to different locations, or we may repeat that cycle, so that you can get used to that cycle and plan your vacations around where is MahjCon going to be in, you know, as far as you being able to travel to MahjCon for any given year.
And Sharon she questioned Maj Cruise.
Yeah.
In year 4, we are planning, year five, we are planning to have the conference on a ship. So we're going to look forward to that too. That should be lots of fun.
Oh, yes. Yes, we actually have 2 contacts that have already reached out to us, one to Debbie and one to me. One was an actual Mah Jongg player, and the other was someone interested in using Mah Jongg as a draw for the cruise. So the word is getting around, and cruise is definitely on the list for year 5. And then also Barney did kind of edify that Chicago is probably a really good idea. So yes, we are definitely considering Chicago.
Yeah, he said Colorado is less easy. Yeah.
Let's see, getting to Colorado, awesome state, but not as easy. Yeah. So we'll see. We're right now Texas, Oregon, or Northern Colorado or Northern California. We're not sure if we can afford California pricing. So that's why we kind of picked the next state up, which is Oregon. So we're thinking Oregon, Texas, maybe Chicago or one of the smaller states in the upper East Coast for where we're going to go to in our growth plan. Years 2, 3, 4, and then 5 will be the cruise. All right, so I see Marcia said, Diane said PNW, woohoo! That's for Pacific Northwest for you. For those of you who do not know, I have roots at the PNW, Portland, Oregon. That's where my family is born and raised. So yes, I would love to go to Portland for MahjCon. Let's see here. Karen says, I vote for Hawaii. Oh, Marcia. That's Marcia.
Oh, my goodness.
Hawaii. Maybe our cruise can be a Hawaiian cruise. I don't know. I would love to go to Hawaii, too. We could all visit Karen. We can crash on her couch.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So if anyone has any other questions, please let us know. And after this live stream, we can take this conversation to Facebook and continue it there. You can also leave comments in the video description below. Now, we are planning on doing these live stream events, MahjCon BackStage, on the second Thursday of each month for the rest of the year. So 2 more, and we'll give a little more information about the development of the program that we're going to be offering. And we hope to go live with our website in January. Fingers crossed.
Yes, big fingers crossed. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think that let's just see if there's any other questions coming in before we wrap this up.
I don't see any more questions right now. I do see Laura did say come to Asheville, North Carolina.
Oh, it's beautiful there.
It is beautiful, but it's kind of in the middle of the state. We're hoping to go a little further north. But that shouldn't be too far of a drive for you to go a little further north. Please give us more than a year's notice to plan for the cruise.
Oh, we will.
Year 5, we will definitely have information about all of our events on our website once we have it there. So we will have a section sharing about the cruise as we solidify plans.
Absolutely. Oh, Barney.
Yeah, Barney has something. Okay.
Unmet friend. He's working on it.
Unmet friend. Okay. Hey, there we go. A you friend.
If Pooh didn't say it.
Oh, yeah, unfriend doesn't work.
How cute.
All right. Cindy says Poconos. Yes, Poconos was actually on the list too.
That
so
is.
I will definitely, as I'm editing this video, I will make notes of all these suggestions, and we'll probably even do maybe a survey and see what the community would like. Yeah. And we'll take a look at that and consider some surveys on the program and locations.
We want you to be a part of this as we build it.
Yes. Sharon said it's something for us all to look forward to. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. It gives me chills and it brings tears to my eyes.
Yeah. He's going to start.
it definitely gets me excited to think about meeting someday in person all these people who we have met online and actually meeting in person at MahjCon, where we can celebrate what we all love. This is, Mah Jongg is a shared passion for so many of us, and that is why we are launching MahjCon. And we hope that you'll be at our first event, or maybe the second one, or third, fourth, fifth.
Yeah, exactly. Or all of them, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's take one quick more look at
America. Yep, big plans for America. Great. Oh, good. Great organization for American Mahjong, Lori says. Thank you, Lori.
And Reva, you're right. We definitely have to take that into consideration.
What's that?
How difficult it is to get from the venue to the airport and back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to be thinking about that. And also we're going to be thinking about cost. We're going to, we have dedicated ourselves or committed to running a business debt-free and as debt-free as possible. Right now we're debt-free.
Yeah.
And also on a bootstrap budget. So we are definitely cognizant of budgeting and ticket pricing and things like that. We know that we are in a hobby market and we will price accordingly.
Absolutely. Cheryl, we don't have an exact location for Central Florida, but right now it's looking like Orlando.
Or maybe Tampa. Tampa, I think, is on the list as well.
Maybe Tampa, yeah, possibly.
Tampa's not central, though, is it?
No, Orlando is central.
What? Orlando?
Orlando is really central.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Kathleen says she's excited. Okay. Michelle says, thanks for the update. You're welcome. You can look forward to the next update on the second Thursday of November. We'll be back.
Okay. Thanks so much for watching and participating in this episode of MahjCon BackStage. Good night, everyone.
Hey, listen, though, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, please, because that's going to help people find our channel. And also like, subscribe, and share so that people can find us. We need to get some visibility. Please, please share about our YouTube channel and subscribe. Be sure to click the little gray bell because then you'll get notifications for when we go live or when we upload a video. And we will have videos on content for MahjCon. Different things like vlogs and recaps. And then we'll also do sponsor shout outs. We'll do exhibitor sneak peeks and we'll have speaker spotlights as well. So we have lots of content planned for MahjCon. So please subscribe. Between now and the next video,
play with passion.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.